about it, or he would call me, and he would call and give me all these quotes that were great. That is a tremendous loss, but at the same time, it's a joy that you had that in your life for the time that you did.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad if someone dies and nobody cares about that person. That's a sad, sad death.
Yeah.
But you can't feel bitter about it. You feel unhappy about it,
Right.
but not bitter. Bitter
You
already
could feel bitter.
carrying a grudge or something.
You could feel bitter.
No, I don't.
I feel bitter about my sister passing.
Oh,
I feel bitter about this world and the government.
And,
They can't make any decisions that, and
Well,
not
we'll see
thinking of
tonight.
the people that are in it, right?
Right. Well, this is part of the work of Elul is to work through what was difficult about our past year and try to walk away with focusing on the positive, but also allowing yourself sometimes to really to sink into the hurt that we sometimes have, and our hope is that maybe with that it brings out how beautiful other moments are. So maybe together we'll say the blessing. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who creates and desires repentance and return. Okay. All right, so next up on our reflection is the date.
Oh, yum, yum.
So the question here, what do you want to preserve from this past year to carry with you into the new year, is chosen because obviously these dates have been dried and preserved. And a fresh date has a shelf life of, 2 weeks. But a preserved date can be in a bag, and this could be in your pantry for years. Mm-hmm. So the guiding question that I'd like for everyone here to think about is that notion of preserving. What do you want to preserve from this past year? Whether it was an activity you did, or a characteristic, or a quality, or an experience, or an emotion from this past year to carry with you strongly into the next year, into the new year. So I'll give you a moment or two to reflect on that, and then I'll ask anyone who wants to share to share.
I'd like to reflect just a little bit.
Okay, let's just give one moment for people to think about it, and then we'll have people volunteer. Yeah. And please be generous with your portions. This food's all for you.
Haven't had a date that looked like this.
They have
Dates are all really
No, they're pitted. Pitted dates.
we did. Not that kind.
Not tall and handsome.
Not those.
Vibrant.
These. I don't like dates, but we'll see. I don't like big news and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is. I mean, it's preserved, but it's fresh also.
No, it's nice.
Okay. Does anyone want to reflect? What do you want to preserve from this past year to carry with you into the new year?
One sentence.
Yeah.
We survived the depression.
You survived?
The depression. We will survive.
They said recession, not depression.
Not depression.
No, we survived the depression. We
It's
will.
not over yet.
All right. Anyone else?
I want to preserve the unconditional love of our children and our grandchildren.
Amen.
I want to preserve some of the things that we did in our building that included all the people of Weinberg that were not done by management, that were not planned or funded by management, but like that we're doing today, that we've done ourselves.
The Ethnic Museum.
The Ethnic Museum, Memorial Day, Labor Day, where we planned it all, we did it, and people came from all 5 buildings and were not alone on a holiday, but came and had food and had fun. Our snowballs on Sunday nights, our snowballs. Such a little thing, but it brings people out every Sunday night to come to our building, Building 3, and eat a snowball.
May that continue.
May that continue,
Yeah.
because it takes them out of their apartments and it makes them walk a little, and sit down with somebody else instead of sitting and being
That's
alone.
right. That's right. Anyone else?
I want to continue with most of my exercise program.
Okay.
I'm up to 5 a week.
Wow.
And I have all my equipment at home. I don't do a thing at home because I enjoy doing it here with a group.
Well, may you be in good health.
Right.
All right, so together we can say the blessing. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who has granted us life, sustained us, and brought us to this day. Amen.
Amen.
All right, so the next page.
I want to say something.
Please, please.
I didn't say mine because I think to me it's so important, is I had, I guess, a decade of promise to complete a children's book for my one granddaughter. And if it hadn't been for Weinberg and the creative writing, I know I'm going to be completing it. And so 10 years of putting it off, it's going to happen. And it's because of the creative writing class.
We can't wait.
All right, yeah, I'd like to see a copy of that when that's finished.
It'll be finished.
It'll
Okay.
be done.
Okay, so next we can pass around the apple. And actually take 2 apples because after that the honey's coming around. So we want one apple alone and then...
Not too good for diabetics, though.
Yeah, certainly, know your own
Not
dietary
right.
restrictions. Okay, so the apple, right? So traditionally, the apple is eaten on Rosh Hashanah because of its sweetness with the honey. But I went a little bit of a different direction with the guiding question. And the apple contains with it seeds. And an apple tree, when you plant an apple tree, it takes at least 5-6 years for the tree to start bearing fruit. So my question for you with the apple as the prompt is, what seed did you plant this year? A metaphoric seed. Did you plant this year that will develop slowly over time?
Okay.
It could be something that you're working on for yourself. It could be, it could be a program you started, or a metaphoric seed that will develop. There won't be instant gratification, but it will be a lasting and an enduring impact.
You should have saved that one for this question. Because that's what I'm going to answer.
Okay.
All right, does anyone want to share?
I will say that, like Teal, I'm working on a book. And because of our writing class, it's becoming easier and easier. And I hope that this will develop into something special.
Great, thank you, Judy.
I'm having a wonderful time.
Judy at this time. Judy was the editor of our bi-monthly flyer newspaper. And any time that I received it, I could have been hungry. I had to go to the restroom. I stopped what I was doing. I couldn't wait to read it from beginning to end. It was so wonderful. I don't think that any of the big newspapers could have done as
Thank
well
you
as
so
what she
much.
did.
That's so sweet.
And
Thank
I
you.
have saved all of them,
It was very interesting.
very, from beginning to
Well,
end.
a little tidbit. We're going to start something again. We're going to have each building
Each building, right, is going
do
to happen.
right, and then we'll
Well,
get it together.
I'd like to be on the distribution list for that. Cool. Anyone else?
I don't do too much talking, but I'm so proud of it. Our church had a steeple with a bell, and the church burned down, and the bell sat in the backyard for 10 years.
Oh boy.
And so I thought, this can't be, and I wanted to find a new home for this bell. And the minister said, it sounds wonderful, we don't have the money. I said, I'll find the money. Anyhow, it did happen. We had something built, and the bell was refurbished. And then my next step was, okay, now we got to have a pathway to the bell. And so we did that with a cross in the middle, and the bricks were all sold. And 2 Sundays ago, I was asked to come because they were going to